Welcome to Daniels.Digest. I'm here with Peter.
Hello.
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 Tell us a little about yourself. Why'd you come to Berlin, and how long have you been here?
Well, I grew up in Southern California, and
West Coast.
spent most of my life in SoCal, and went up to college in Northern California, and met a girl, and she's from Berlin, and she wanted to go home, so I decided to come with her and try living in another country.
How do you like it so far?
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot different than the U.S., but it is nice.
Well, so on that, what are some of the biggest challenges that you faced moving to Berlin?
Well, having to decide what all to bring, because I started a new life halfway around the world and didn't have all that much room to bring stuff on an airplane.
What?
But that was the first challenge. And the second one would be probably trying to figure out how I could stay longer than the 3 months. For the first 90 days from the US, we don't need a visa. We can stay here for 3 months without one.
Yeah.
And that's like a tourist visa.
What were some of the aspects of Berlin that took the hardest to learn?
Well, I miss having my car, because that freedom to have a car and drive around was nice. But here, it's been really easy to just walk around everywhere and take a train or a bus or public transportation, which I'd never done before.
Yeah.
In the U.S., or at least in Los Angeles, because we don't really have public transportation.
What? No, I know.
And then maybe also remembering to buy our groceries before Sunday, because everything is closed on Sundays.
Why is that?
They're crazy here.
I'm sure that they don't think that. But yeah, I've noticed all the grocery stores are closed on Sundays.
There's no shopping on Sundays.
So is it just restaurants, or what is it?
The restaurants are open and they have events at bars, but if you need anything specific to make at home, or if you forget to buy some alcohol the day before, you don't have anything on Sunday.
And it's true, you can just drink in the streets, no big deal.
Drink in the streets.
Amazing. So you're naming a bunch of good reasons to move out here. So what are some of the cultural differences that surprise you the most between U.S. and Berlin?
Well, it seems like people use their phones a lot more and are a little bit more connected to the people around them here, which is nice.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more going to the park and reading in the park, or just going on walks. And I feel like in the U.S. that's not as common. We're sitting at cafes outside.
Yeah.
We don't really have cafes. The cafe culture and coffee culture is very big here.
I know you were saying that you and Zoe do night walks every single night.
Night walk every
So have you experienced any frustrations with housing or finding a place to live out here?
Well, we were lucky to have a place to come to when we first moved here, but we have been looking for our own little space for over a year, and it is very tough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people wanting to move to Berlin, and
why is that?
It is a big cultural melting pot, since it's a very open city.
Yeah.
A very liberal city.
So how do you feel about the pace of your life here in Berlin compared to that of the U.S.?
Here it is a lot slower paced, which is nice.
Yes.
I remember in LA running everywhere, eating everything on the go, eating in the car, going from one place to another with the car.
Right.
But here it's a lot more walking and a lot more getting on the train, and it makes you slow down a lot more.
Yeah, you can actually breathe, take it all in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of beautiful things out there to see.
Yeah. Walking around the city, it's super easy and safe, and the sidewalks are very wide. It's a very walkable city.
In what ways do you think Berliners and Americans approach the idea of community or friendship differently?
I feel like a lot of the people here have very strong communities and are very looking out for each other and are respectful towards everyone around them.
Yeah.
With friends, it feels like a lot of people grow up with their friends and then keep them for a very long time.
That's nice.
And it is a little bit harder to make friends, but once you have friends, they'll stay your friends for forever.
Yeah. So then what do you love most about living in Berlin?
I like being able to use the public transportation and get around, because that means you can go out and party and hang out with people and drink and not have to worry about paying a lot of money for an Uber and you don't have to drink and drive, which is not a good thing to do. Well,
Is there a lot of events that go on?
there are a lot of events. There are a lot of concerts or DJs, and there's an easy way to like look it up and see who's playing where,
Yeah.
and then that'll kind of help you decide on where to go.
And there's even like apps and stuff for that too, right?
Yes, there's an app, the RA Guide,
Yeah.
that'll help you see who's interested in certain events. It'll tell you how many people are looking at it or interested in going to it, so you can see if it's going to be a popular one or if not very many people are going.
Oh. How do you feel about the weather and how it affects your lifestyle?
Well, growing up in Southern California, we didn't really have any weather.
It never rains in Southern California.
Yep, never rains, it never gets too hot, it never gets too cold.
Just right.
So I think it's all, I was always wearing board shorts and flip-flops year round.
They don't do that here.
No. Well, especially not in the city, because there's no water to go to, or there's lakes, but...
I've noticed, they just wear like black.
Yeah, lots of black.
And like basics. A lot of basics out of it.
But it is interesting, because I never experienced cold in the winters. It gets a little chilly, and sometimes snows.
How cold does it get?
Below freezing.
Oof. I was gonna say, if you were gonna tell me a Celsius number, I would have been like, I don't know what that means.
It's like 0 Celsius.
Like that. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
What do you think about the local food, drink, and social scenes compared to what you're used to?
It is different here.
Yeah.
I know, like, back home in the United States or California in general, they have, you can go to the bar and get food at the bar and a drink and hang out, and that has everything.
Yeah.
Here they have restaurants for food and bars for only beer.
Oh.
They don't have any food at the bars.
Weird.
So if you want to eat something, you have to eat before you go out to drink, because they won't have any food.
So they don't have like burgers and like nachos and like
No.
chicken wings.
They have maybe bags of chips.
Ooh.
And pickles.
Lots of pickles.
Yeah. But no, they don't cook any food at the bars. Most of the bars, it's only for going to drink and hang out.
See, like that, I just found out myself. Any tips for public transportation or biking in Berlin?
Make sure you follow the rules when you're biking, because there are bike police. But and
so like no sidewalks or like how does it work?
yeah, you're not allowed to ride on the sidewalk. Just stay on the bike path, and they have little traffic lights for the bikes, which is nice.
The little Ampelman. You gotta obey the Ampelman.
Yeah.
So how has living in Berlin changed your perspective on American culture or your own identity?
Well, I would say we're more conscious of how we're getting places and the amount of trash that we use, because they like to, or German culture really likes to separate all of their trash. So
I've
we
seen
have
like 4 or 5 different.
Yeah, we have like 5 different trash cans for all the different kinds of trash. And
how do you always remember which one to put everything in?
well, they all look different, so it's easy for us.
What are they all for again?
There's paper trash, glass trash, bio waste trash, everything else trash, and there was one more that we should have that we don't have.
So what advice would you give to other Americans considering moving to Berlin?
I would say to try and figure out your visa and how you, if you want to stay long term, to figure it out before you come.
Yeah.
Because once you're here, it's a little stressful, and the bureaucracy takes a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And it's a little stressful, hoping that you get it in time and are able to stay.
Right.
But other than that, it's been a pretty easy transition for me.
Yeah. I know it's not on there, but like finding a job and stuff like that, and like immersing yourself in the culture. Like, how's that journey taken?
Finding a job is tough too.
Yeah.
Everything is online nowadays, so it's a lot of sending emails and hoping people respond, and wondering if I should send it in German or in English.
And I know even buying like concert tickets, like they mail stuff to you.
Everything is a little bit slower paced, which can be nice, but can be a little bit annoying sometimes.
But I do know like everyone speaks English though, right?
Here in the city, a lot of people speak English.
That's nice.
So
makes it easy.
Easy to get around.
Yeah, so even as a visitor, someone like myself, like it wouldn't be too challenging as a place to go if you don't know any German.
No, it's an easy city to get around for sure.
Nice.
All the signs are in English that you need to know would be in English,
Mhm.
and most of the things are in English.
Yeah. So far, I haven't had too much of a challenge, but I've been fortunate enough to be with him and Zoe, who speak a good amount of German together.
Trying.
Thanks, Peter. Woohoo!